Alright guys, welcome back to the Adventures of TNT. I'm your host T, and today we're going to be checking out the Casualties. Now, if you guys have been following this channel, you know that I've been exploring punk rock music. I love this genre. I love the punk rock from the 70s, I love the punk rock from the 80s, I love it from the 90s, and I'm not too big of a fan of punk rock from 2000 and up. I think in the mid 90s it kind of took like a weird kind of detour, especially because it went mainstream and pop punk became like the main thing. And the weird thing about it is that a lot of people that were introduced to punk from groups like Blink 182 and all the other pop punk groups from in the mid 90s like completely didn't know about any of the older stuff. Some people did go back and listen to the older stuff, but the older stuff is really where it's at, because whether it's messages about the government or the police or the economy or politicians or love, relationships, whatever, the genre has it all. They have everything covered. There's something in there that you will enjoy if you explore. So one of the more interesting years for this genre is the 90s, like I said, because that's when things kind of took a detour, but there still were bands that were like, I guess you'll call them traditionalists, where they kind of like stayed focused, you know. And that brings me to this band right here, the Casualties. Now, I have the wiki up for this band, in which they're a hardcore punk band from New York. So that's really cool. I haven't too much explored New York style or street punk from New York, so this would be really cool. But man, I lost my train of thought what I was gonna say about these guys. Anyway, let's go ahead and just jump into the music. Oh, I'm sorry. The name of the song is called The Great American Progress. All right, let's go. No way, guys. He's talking about stuff that they actually they started talking about like now. Like they don't have Columbus Day anymore because of this shit, and he's talking about this in the 90s. No. All right, we're gonna break the lyrics down after this. All right, no more. Ignorance and oppression. Blessed people don't touch. Westernizing women's whip. Great American progress. Against the laws. Fighting truth. Against the laws. Fighting truth. Over your eyes. The traitors. Forced to make. Submission. And random ways. The Irish game. Crushing the boat. Transform themselves. Grabbing the slums. Supposed to land on the free. American family tree. Supposed to land on the free. Lady relate to me. History. Ribbon and sound. It's happening. American. Carry this against the lies. Fighting truth over your eyes. Carry this against the lies. Fighting truth over your eyes. The Japanese were in this land. It's burning blood. Concentration camp. You living lands. They had the chance. Falling close. Take a stand. Supposed to land on the free. Lady liberty. Like to be. Supposed to land on the free. That stupid bitch. Like to be. Oh man, this is crazy. This is so crazy. This is the Casualties, and this song is incredibly relevant. It speaks to a lot of what's going on today. And ironically enough, this kind of music now or even the rhetoric that he's speaking about would be considered woke culture now, because a lot of the topics that he's speaking about in this song, people don't want to talk about, and I don't care how edgy or how knowledgeable you feel like you are about the system or what's going on in this country, but to close your eyes off to history, I guess, and not learn about it, we're just bound to repeat the same mistakes. So let's just go over the lyrics really quickly and talk about it. The great American progress. And essentially, it's just talking about the progress and the success that we've had as a country in America, if you're an American, and at what cost, the expense. And everybody knows that our country is not perfect. You know, it's not perfect. And my thing is that we acknowledge and we respect history in order not to repeat it. So anyway, on the first verse, it says, "Get revenge against the lies. Open your eyes." And essentially, it's like, yo, the truth is out. The truth is out there. Go find it for yourself. I can get down with that. Their textbooks mask the truth. History lies. Make you a fool. Columbus came. See the natives killed. A holiday for the blood that spilled. It's just like what I said. You know, the truth is out there. And unfortunately, sometimes when you are given textbooks or schools, and I learned this at a very young age, that you aren't necessarily going to find, you're going to find their truth. You're going to find an indoctrined truth in school textbooks, because I feel like that's what schools do. Schools don't really prepare students or you for the world, but it prepares you to really be a cog in the system. I've always felt that. And that's what led me to research histories of other cultures, research other histories outside of school textbooks. Because I just thought it was odd that, you know, they say things like Christopher Columbus, you know, discovered America, but then it was already discovered by natives, and, you know, how they actually, like the process of what actually happened when Christopher Columbus and his men took over the lands, what they did to the native people. And I mean, the thing of it is that, you know, it was bad, but history is bad. You can go to any culture and the same thing has always been done. People have always been, their land has been stolen, robbed, raped, killed, murdered, all that has always happened. But my thing is to deny that, to say it never happened, that's problematic to me. Anyway, ignorance and oppression, black in the fields from dusk till dawn, watchful eyes and white man's whip, great American progress. It's talking about slavery. And you know what? And the thing of it is that Tasha and I were well versed in American history and the slavery and everything. And what we come to find is that people don't want to talk about it. You know, and that's the thing. What I really hate sometimes is how people make things like slavery or the history of this country a black and white thing. This is black history. This is white history. No. This is American history. This is a part of our history. This is what happened. And if we let people know, hey, look, slavery happened in America, but it also happened all over the world. This is a byproduct of what was going on at the time. It would help people understand that, hey, maybe it wasn't about race. Maybe it was about money. Maybe it was about building up this country. Maybe it was about like greed, people trying to make as much money as possible at the expense of other people. All right, let's keep going. It goes back into the chorus. Great revenge, or get revenge against the lies. Find the truth. Open your eyes. I like it because it's basically saying get revenge against the people who are really oppressing you, who are trying to keep you dumb, stupid, and a fool, trying to keep you ignorant. And unfortunately, people don't. But it continues. The Chinese forced to obey, submission, abandoned ways. The Irish came, considered bums. All right, let me stop right there. The Chinese forced to obey, submission, abandoned ways. I believe from that point, that was when the Chinese came and they had Chinese immigrants working on the railroads. The Irish came, considered bums, fend for themselves, crammed into slums. That was when the Irish came. America, this is the country of immigrants. People were trying to escape their homelands. They're trying to escape oppression and being subjugated in their own lands to come to the land of freedom. We have Chinese and Irish people that came to this country and taken advantage of, crammed into slums, treated like, the Irish people were enslaved as well. A lot of people don't know that. Indentured servants, treated like second-class citizens. Let's keep going. Supposed land of the free, American family tree. Supposed land of the free, Lady Liberty lied to me. And I guess that speaks on the immigrants who have come to this country, and that's how they felt. They were like, yo, this is supposed to be the land of the free, and it's no better than the country that I'm leaving. The thing of it is that the sacrifice of our ancestors, our American ancestors, have led to the progress that we enjoy today. I'm able to sit here in front of on this camera and talk to you guys on YouTube because of the sacrifices of my ancestors and their fathers, mothers, and grandparents. If it wasn't for civil rights, if it wasn't for slavery and all these things to have happened, I wouldn't be here right now. And a lot of you wouldn't be in the positions that you're in as well because of your forefathers making certain sacrifices. Let's keep going. See history repeat itself. It's happening over again. Get revenge against the lies, find the truth, open your eyes. And it goes into another part of history. The Japanese born in this land and 45 concentration camps. I guess that was 1945 because it was World War II. Pearl Harbor happened. America was going to war against Japan, and they decided to put Japanese immigrants in America into concentration camps here. I didn't learn that in school. I heard more about it as an adult. And it goes back into the chorus. Supposed land of the free, Lady Liberty lied to me. Supposed land of the free, that stupid bitch lied to me. Really, really good song. Really, really deep. I enjoyed this. Shout out to our patron punk rocker for requesting this song. And this band. I've never heard of these guys, but this is what punk rock music is all about. Is having a message, putting it out there, and letting you decide for yourself. Because right now they're like, yo, open your eyes, read a book, learn about history. I mean, and what's crazy is that this is like American history. They ain't even talking about world history. One of my college professors, he told me, he said, when we first were learning about history, world history, he was like, I don't go by the textbooks. He was like, I've done my research on history. I can tell you guys about anything. And the craziest stuff he was telling me about was the stuff that was happening during medieval times. I'm not going to go over it on the camera because there's certain things that happen that I can't talk about. And I can't say on YouTube. But it's just crazy. History period is crazy. What man has done to other men is wild. And when you really learn history, it will amaze you how lucky you are to have survived, or your people, your ancestors to have survived, and for you to be where you are. Anyway, guys, that's my thoughts. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section, especially if you enjoyed this song and enjoy this type of music. I love having these kind of conversations, and I would love to do more. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave some requests down below in the comment section. Let me know what you thought. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm done talking today. I'll see you guys later. Peace.